With F1 experiencing a meteoric rise in popularity in recent years, mainly due to a certain popular online docuseries, a growing number of fans are expanding their horizons to include other motorsport series rather than centering all of their focus on Formula One alone. The first series many are looking to is Indycar, given the increased accessibility of the series. There are similarities between the cars and the race format. They both share the same philosophy of design as its open-wheel racing, not to mention that Indy cars are even faster than their Formula One cousins. But is it a fair comparison? We asked Brazilian Indy legend Tony Kanaan for his thoughts on the matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the first time. My name is Ahmed Balk, as you all know, and here I'm with Mr. Tony Kanaan, a Brazilian champion. He won the Indy 500 2013, correct? And he won the IndyCar Series 2004. And I have no words so far to describe what I can say. This is probably the first ever Arabic platform from the Middle East to speak to any team or any legend, I would say, from IndyCar. So, Mr. Tony, thank you very much for having me. And before to start, how are you doing?
Very good. I mean, we're here in Toronto, which is a great place to race, and doing good. I have a new role in the team this year as I retire from IndyCar in May, and working with them, it's been extremely exciting. I mean, Arrows McLaren has been pretty strong this year, and the racetrack was still looking for our first win, and we might make it happen this weekend.
I hope you actually make it. Speaking of the race weekend in Toronto, how was the practice session yesterday?
We were pretty strong. I mean, we had all three cars in the top 10. I think that's a good start. It's really important in IndyCar to start the weekend strong. You know, we have very short sessions, especially on the street course. So we did some work overnight. Looks like some rain is coming today, so it's going to equalize a lot of things for a lot of people. We'll see.
It's open for everyone then. I mean, looking at this street circuit or the Toronto street circuit, I've seen a lot of drivers complain that it's a bit bumpy. Is there anything you see could be done to change in the Toronto circuit?
Not really. I think that's part of the mystery of racing in the street course. You never know what you're going to get year after year. Just because once we finish racing on Sunday, they're going to open the streets for cars and people and everything else, and you come back here a year later. In the meantime, the city could do some work on the asphalt because they had to fix something, or they had to, there is a pothole that they had to fix. So you never know what you're going to get. To be honest, I think that's been part of,
the culture of street circuit.
The culture of street circuit. So you can't really complain about that. Obviously, they are bumpy. I haven't been in a street course that it wasn't bumpy, just because it's not made just for us. So I kind of like, I liked it. Detroit was like that. It was always been like that. Here as well, we have not just the bumpy parts, but also we have some concrete mixed with asphalt. So even the grip level of the racetrack is a little bit different, and I think it's part of it.
I mean, as you said, you have now stopped racing, and now you're becoming a new role in McLaren. Tell me, how does it feel like to be part of the McLaren Arrows?
I mean, Arrows McLaren it's a team. We're celebrating 60 years of existence this year. Ayrton Senna, my racing hero, raced here. He won 3 F1 titles in this team. So for me, it's an honor. I'm proud to be part of it. I think it's a different role for me. I've never thought I was going to enjoy seeing somebody else win if it wasn't me. But obviously, being part of it, helping the team to perform every weekend, entertain guests and sponsors. This is my new role, and I really love it. To be honest with you, when I first got proposed this job, I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy as much as I did.
I mean, well, since you mentioned Ayrton Senna, and since you're Brazilian, you come from a long heritage of motorsport. Brazil is known for many names in history of motorsport, especially in Formula One. Now, when you look at Formula One and IndyCar, where do you see IndyCar do best and Formula One do best as well? Which each one of them peak?
I think F1 it's worldwide. I mean, IndyCar it's growing, but it's being more, United States and North America. But I have to say, our biggest thing that differentiates the most, it's definitely the ovals. I mean, you go to the Indy 500 and you're traveling at 250 miles an hour, 410 kilometers an hour. Yeah. That's something that I don't think any other series can tell that they go that fast. So
I actually agree.
It's different. The races are different than Formula One as far as the teams. Every team here has a chance of winning a race. We have pretty much it's the same car, just a couple engine manufacturers, the same tire manufacturers. So it equalizes a lot, and you never know who's going to win every weekend. In Formula One, it's kind of like predictable. I mean, so far it's been one team, but yeah, I mean, they're different series. We have the ovals, which I think is big.
And just to make it quick, I know you're busy and you have to run outside, so I'm gonna have one last question for you. If there is any driver you see is ready to take an FP1 in Formula One, part of the McLaren team, which one you would love to see in a Formula One car taking part of a practice one or FP1?
Man, you're putting me in the spot here because I love our three guys, but I would go with Pato.
You would go with Taro?
Yeah.
Tony, thank you very much
for
your time. And again, we hopefully get to have you for a more longer time next time. Thank you very much.
So is it right to compare the two series? The answer is most likely no. It's best to enjoy them each in their own right and appreciate each series for its own merits at every race you attend.